The Breakfast Club is no longer the same.
The Breakfast Club
never be the same
is
or something
officially
like
over.
Whoa.
Yeah, I mean,
as you know it now. Are you going with a new host? What's the vibes? And why is she still on?
Because she's gonna be on to the end of the year. I think it's dope. You know, salute to Angela Yee. Angela Yee's starting her own show. Way up with Angela Yee. It's actually a spinoff of the Breakfast Club. The Breakfast Club comes on 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. Monday through Friday. Angela Yee will be on 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Monday through Friday. So literally in all of these, I think she's syndicated in like 30 plus markets. So when the Breakfast Club goes off, Angela Yee comes on. Boom. You know what I mean? Which I think is dope. I think it's dope that the Breakfast Club has gotten to the point where we've become this franchise that can create, you know, spinoff shows.
Yeah.
You know, and I thoroughly enjoyed when, you know, we put out the planned communication of said tweet. You know what I mean? Which is wild to me that people would think we didn't plan that. Like, come on, bro. We've been doing this for 13 years. Like you're still like surprised when waters are stirred up to catch fish. And I thoroughly enjoyed when that tweet went out and watching everybody scramble. Like watching everybody try to figure out what the fuck is going on. And the beauty of it is I didn't tell nobody. You know what I mean? Envy didn't tell nobody. Nobody told anybody. There was only 5 people who knew that tweet was going out. It was me, Thea Mitchum, our boss, Thea Mitchum, Dennis Clark, our radio consultant, Angela, and Envy. So this is literally, you're hitting me. Like my close friends are hitting me. Trying like, what the fuck is going on? Like, what's happening? And I'm like, what you mean what's happening? What? A tweet? And people are sending me the tweet. I'm just like, interesting. Taylor didn't even. Taylor was so mad the next day.
Oh, really?
Furious. Get on the mic, Taylor. Talk. You don't even want to talk about it now.
Because she wasn't included?
No, but we didn't tell nobody. That's the point.
But you got a big mouth. No. You would have told people.
No, it's not. You are.
The mic. She's still upset. She's heated.
But here's the thing: you have to do certain things like that, especially
it was great
in radio. You know what I mean?
We got to see all these old clips from you pop up that were fucking hysterical.
Oh my God.
Bro, Alex posted this one clip of you asking Magic Johnson, dude. Dude, I'm on vacation and my wife and I are howling at this fucking clip, dude. Dude, it was that one bitch from Sacramento. And he goes, now it's... and he breaks, bro. He breaks, dog. That's the best part. He tried to be diplomatic. He tried to be politically correct. He got like 3 seconds into his planned response and then started dying
because he knows that's how you would think. Come on, man. Anytime you diagnose with some type of STD, you start narrowing it down. You got to figure out where you got this shit from. He knows that. So I just wanted to ask him that. You know what's so crazy? I forgot about all of those shit, yo.
Bro, you have so many fucking highlights, dude. I almost want you to cancel the Breakfast Club weekly so just these old clips can pop up of you.
Oh, we doing the documentary.
Say again?
We doing the documentary.
Oh, you need to.
Oh, no, documentary is absolutely. I mean, we were working
on all the video.
We've literally got 13 years of footage of the Breakfast Club. I'm talking about
that documentary.
Every interview, every audio break for 13 years is absolutely positively in the can at Power 105.1 right now. We have all of that footage, everything. We got shit that we've never released. We got interviews that we've never released from people because they were just terrible. Like early, I mean, early on, like, I mean, groups like, I'm not even gonna say, but it's groups, it's artists that were early on and they were bad. You know what I mean?
Now they're successful.
Now you wouldn't, it's night and day. You'd be like, what the fuck?
And have they come back on?
Yeah, a million times.
Were they upset that their shit wasn't released?
Nah, we've got unreleased interviews. We got like an unreleased, put it like this. We got an unreleased Too Short and Paul Mooney interview.
Wow.
So just imagine how nuts those interviews had to be that we didn't release them. And this was early on. This was pre-cancel culture. And we was like, this might be too much. Now, in hindsight, I might go back and watch those and be like, that wasn't that bad. You know what I mean? But at the time, we didn't put them out. But we got so much shit in the motherfucking can. But the documentary is absolutely, positively, definitely coming. And it was interesting to see all of those old clips pop up because it just brings you back to a time. Like there's memories attached to all of that shit. You're like, oh shit, that was 2013, that was 2014, that was 2015. Like there was a lot going on in all of our lives that I just I honestly just totally forgot about.
Yeah.
Like, think about that. When you have that much content that you just forget about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then got the nerve to wonder why people think you an asshole.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's these existences of you. It's almost like the multiverse for real.
Yeah.
Because it's like, yo, these people run parallel. Like, I can totally see you seeing that Magic Johnson clip and be like, I don't like this guy. By the way, I don't care what y'all say. I would still ask that question.
No, that's funny. I don't think.
But I would ask differently.
Why?
I wouldn't say bitch.
You didn't say bitch. I think I said it.
No, I said bitch.
Oh, okay.
I did say, but I said bitch because I was putting my.
Well, if a woman gave you AIDS.
Exactly. I put myself in the mindset of that person, of how you would be thinking in that moment. You know what I mean?
It's a bitch. Right? Like, you can't call the woman who gives you AIDS a bitch.
I'm not saying she's a bitch. I'm just saying you would be angry in that moment, and that's what you would be doing. You'd be blaming everybody but yourself. When you first got the information, did you ever say to yourself, it was that nasty bitch from Sacramento who did that?
Well, you think like that, no question about it. But I think what happens is you definitely go back and you start thinking.
Yeah.
But you can't trace it, you know?
Yeah.
Well, yo, you know what's so crazy? You can't trace HIV for real.
What do you mean?
Because, you know, with COVID, you had contact tracing. You can't trace it back to...
It depends how many times he has sex with.
Taylor, what are you talking about?
How many girls he has sex with, you can't.
What does it matter? Taylor said it depends on how many girls you have sex with.
You know why you can't? Because they got the contact tracing with COVID because people have admitted they got COVID. Back then, motherfuckers didn't even know what it was.
Yeah.
It's like people were getting sick, dying. Not everybody had like gotten diagnosed.
Yeah.
It wasn't as advanced as this.
Yeah.
But now you would know. Now you'd know.
Yeah.
Now you know if some bitch.
The moral of the story is
Sacramento.
And why Sacramento?
So it was perfect. Everything was perfect. Like, you even believed it. You're like, I knew it was that bitch in Sacramento. Like if you said like bitch from Beverly Hills, it wouldn't hit the same.
You know what I was trying to think? I was trying to think of Laker rivals.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure you were. Sure you were, buddy.
I've never been to Sacramento.
That's probably why you don't have AIDS.
Not that I remember. Shut up, man. Shut up, man. But no, Angela is going to get her own show. I think that's fantastic because...
Who are you replacing Angela with?
Well, I don't like the word replace. I think the word replace is disrespectful to Angela because she's irreplaceable. You know what I'm saying? I think that the Breakfast Club...
There you go.
The Breakfast Club... Seriously, the Breakfast Club is a club.
Fire, bro. You got that?
And
that was nice. Yeah, that was fucking polished and all that shit, bro.
I'm going to get a girl from Sacramento, man. We're going to get a girl... No, but I do. I think she's irreplaceable. I think she's irreplaceable because what we built over the past 13 years can never be duplicated.
To the left.
So nobody can replace her. You know what I mean? Now, the Breakfast Club is a club, so I want to expand the members of the club.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So we will bring in new members of the club, and that's what I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to two things, right? Moving the culture of radio forward because we all know radio took all the personality out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They did that shit 15 years ago. There's this thing called PPM. PPM is a rating system that for whatever reason they thought if you remove personality from radio, then make it a jukebox, people will tune in more. Stupidest thing that ever happened. Because you know what happened over the past 15 years? The rise of podcasts, they took over personality. The rise of music streaming services took over the music.
Yeah.
And I always say, radio will never lead in anything again. And that's okay, right? Because when it comes to personalities, it's podcasts. When it comes to music, it's the streaming services. When it comes to live events, live shows, it's the festivals. When it comes to news, it's the fucking phone.
Yeah.
Like you're never going to hear such and such died over the radio first unless that person dies right there in front of the radio personality in that moment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And even then, somebody's going to record it and put it on Instagram before the person on the radio gets to say it.
Yeah.
So with that being said, when you have somebody like Angela Yee who can go to middays, right? And she's a well-known personality. Now you bring star power to a day part. Think about growing up in New York, man. Every single day part had a star in it. Think about it. Mornings had stars. Middays had stars. Afternoons had stars. Nights had stars. There wasn't a time you could turn on a radio station in New York, Hot 97, BLS, whatever it was, and not hear somebody you absolutely positively know on the radio. So I think Angela Yee going to do that for middays is going to help move the culture of radio forward. As far as personalities are concerned, and as far as what we're going to do, we're bringing in new energy. We're bringing in new blood, and hopefully whoever we bring in.
Will you try a few people? You think
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not even, there's nobody even remotely in the running. Like, it's not one of those things like, oh, she's gone, now we bringing in this person. Like, you might not see somebody in that spot for another year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's my mentality. You know what I'm saying? Unless something
it's right.
You gotta make sure it's right. You sharing energy with a person every fucking day. And you know as well as I do, motherfuckers are crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you don't realize how crazy somebody is until you gotta work with them every single day.
Female?
I think so.
Good for the energy.
Yeah, we got too many dicks in there. I don't want another dick. I don't want another dick in. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, that's not what makes a woman a woman, but let's not get into that.
You're right. Andrew, I am so sorry. My bad. Thank you for being the progressive one always on this podcast.
I am the progressive one.
Just because you're absolutely right. You know what I mean?
I'm a progressive, dude.
That's right. A penis could be in and still be a woman.
Yeah, dude.
That's what they tell us in 2020.
You never sucked a lady's dick?
Yeah, of course. Of course. Of course. We all have. What do you mean? You just lick the clitoris. That's a lady's dick, right?
No. Yeah, of course.